So, randomly spilling some heart language. I'm recently in a place where everywhere I go and everything I do, I'm reminded of just how out of touch I have been. One of the things that I prided on with the awakening or in the journey is the ability to disconnect from this reality, or to disconnect from what would be deemed distractions from what's important to spiritual growth, or whatever is the biggest plan, or whatever is the grand scheme of this thing, or the reason for why, the answer behind why this is, or what this is, or who am I. Anything that is not about that is a distraction. So that would be working for someone else. I won't watch the news. I don't want to watch the news. I don't want to know what's going on. And that's okay. For the most part, it's a little uncomfortable for a small time when you're around others and they're discussing the current events that's on the news or whatever, and you kind of don't have an input, and it's almost like, what? How could you not care or know? And when you're on this journey and you come to this place where that's a distraction to you, then you're sitting and thinking, what? Why would you care? How could you not care? And know that that is a distraction from what we should all be doing, and who, our purpose and why we're here. And it's just something to keep us on the hamster wheel. So the news, holidays, especially Christmas. But for me, I'm now looking at one of the most key for me is when I got to a place in this awareness or understanding that I shouldn't have to work for anybody. I should be self-employed. We shouldn't have to pay for, to live. We should be able to own the land. The land, nobody should own the land. There shouldn't be a government. We should govern ourselves. We should, you get the land, you take care of it. Who are we paying these taxes to? Who are we paying these things to? So you get that understanding, and there's this indignation. You're just like, no, I'm forget that. And before you know it, you done stop a lot of the things. Your focus is now shifted to money is not real. Government is not, and all of these different things, and so you give up on those things. But then now, and not even necessarily regret, that's where I was, but today I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at a lot of lost time. As far as, I still don't believe in a rat race. I still don't believe you should have to work for nobody. I still don't think you should have to believe you should have to pay for a house. But the reality of this situation is you do. And true, there are ways to manifest. But until you have developed that spiritual gifting, you should be constantly doing what you already know to do, what you were already doing before you came to this awakening and decided, oh, I shouldn't have to work for a living. You were working for a living. Now, there were times where I did fully quit, but there was definitely a pull away from. I lost the whole desire. It's like I don't want nothing to do with the American dream. fuck the white picket fence and the house and the family and the dog. And I want to be free. I should be able to live wherever. I shouldn't have to pay for this. I shouldn't have to do this. I'm gonna get me a tent and I'm gonna move and I'm gonna and I manifested that. I did. You know what I did? I manifested that type of lifestyle where I'm tenting up from couch to couch, or tenting up in my car, or tenting up. I had a business. I'm sleeping there. I'm tenting up in basements. I'm tenting up and tenting up and tenting up, and I manifested that, and I wasn't happy with that. It wouldn't matter whether I was in the tropics or whether I was in the whole thing is that's not something that I'm accustomed to and even necessarily want to become accustomed to a tent type life. So in an effort to avoid the pitfalls of what I deem to be a distraction from what is real, which are spiritual, which I would be spiritual things and cosmic things and universal things, and not money and taxes and houses and deeds. And even though there was a time we shouldn't have to have a driver's license, we should be sovereign citizens, whether you use that term or we're indigenous peoples, and all of these different things. Great concepts, great truths, not taken away from it. But why do you stop doing what you know to do, what you've been doing, before you've already got the answer to how to make that work? So now here I sit and I'm looking around, and people that didn't stop are living in situations that I would like to have and will have, but now I have so much more work to do. And maybe those works will be spiritual and not necessarily laborious, but I still have not yet learned that. But what I do know is how to go and work, even if it's for myself, and pay for what I would like to have. I do know how to do that. The tent life is not for me. And so now that I've discovered that, maybe I'll come to a different place, in my journey where I'm saying that I do want that again. But today, no, I don't necessarily want the white picket fence and all that, but I do want a beautiful home to live in. Why should anybody have one and I'm not? The best of the best I should have. And if I have not yet discovered how to do that spiritually, I better do what I know to do in the physical. Period. Because I'm not liking this turnout right now. No regrets, but definitely gotta be real with myself and acknowledge that there was a lot of time mismanagement. Stuck in my South Node Piscean type thing, when I should be more detailed, focused, working, Virgoic type energy in my North Node. I maybe at one point that was the way to do it, spiritual. And you go to church and you do the things and you do the things and you stay spiritual, and you don't acknowledge the natural or what's here. But in this time, in order to develop and be what's best for me, I can't do it that way. And I've had enough. I've had enough. The understanding is received. I give thanks. All right, I'm going to stop there. Peace.